Hey everybody, Sean here from Paracord. Today we're doing a quick deploy handle wrap, and you can do this on any kind of handle, whether it be a backpack, a briefcase, a tool, in this case a flashlight. But check this out, and this is so satisfying when you pull on this. Oh, first thing you gotta do, undo this loop, that, pull, and as you pull, comes apart just like that. Super easy to do. Let's see how many feet we have here roughly. Doesn't take a lot of cord to do. That's about 6 feet. Oh, you have almost 12 feet of cord here. So let's get started. I'll show you how to do this. So the first thing we want to do is figure out first where you're going to do it, and in this case we're going to be doing it right here. First thing you want to do is have a piece that you want to be able to pull. So in this case I want a piece that's, a couple inches so that I can grab hold of it. It'll go off the end. So I'm going to start the wrap here. So I need to have a little piece here that I need to pull. Then you're going to run a cord down and create a loop a little bit further than where you want the wrap to end, and then bring your cord back down. So you have your short end here, it goes all the way down. This is where the wrap will go around, and here you're gonna have a little loop at the end right there. And then you can go ahead and get started on this. And I was working off of a spool, which is kind of cool because you can do this wrap and just pull off of a spool as much as you need until you get to the end. And we're going to start wrapping this. The hardest part about this at first is getting these first few started. So I'm just going to hold my thumb here. We're going to take it around the back. And while I'm still holding this, pull the cord off that way. We're going to go under the loop. So I went under the loop with this working end. Create a loop like this. And then go back over that section. So your two inner strands here. This is the loop that goes down. We just went around it. Now you take this back around to the other side and pull your cord under again. I like to pull this just to make it tight. There we go. Put that there. And then wrap it over top of these two center strands again. Keeping this loop all the way down there. I think I forgot to turn my computer's volume down. And then we'll wrap around again. And we'll just keep this process up the whole way to the other end. And it doesn't matter how you do it. You can do it, wrapping over first. I decided to wrap under, which is a little bit harder. It doesn't matter. You can do it either way. You end up with pretty much the same exact thing both ways. But these quick deploys are really cool because you can store paracord pretty easily, and a decent amount of cord pretty easily, and it deploys very quickly. So we'll go back around again, go under the loop, just like that, pull it tight. I'm using my thumb here to hold everything. It really helps out. Go back over, just like that. There we go. All right. And you just kind of want to, if you're worried about it not looking very good, and you can fix it as you go. It's not a big deal. You can make it look nice or not so nice. So I went under again, went around and under. Now I'm going back over and going back. Back under, It's easy just to flip this out of the way and then over top of the cord. Get that nice and tight. Go back over top and then back around. So all you're doing is going around and then around the inner strands, back around the inner strands. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And we'll go under again. Now if this was on a backpack handle or any kind of strap that you don't have the ability to go around the end, it's very easy to do. You just push the cord, you make a loop like this. So you just feed a loop through and go underneath the same way that you normally would. So you just poke your loop through that loop just like that. It's the same thing. It's just you won't have the ability to go around the end of your handle because it's attached to the backpack. So just feed a loop through and then poke this loop through that loop. Guess it probably doesn't make a lot of sense unless you actually see it. But it works the same way. So under. And I am giving it a bit of a twist, like towards this end when I do this, because you could have it wrap this way. I don't want it to wrap this way. I want it to wrap that way. So I give it a little bit of a twist this way, and it allows the cord to kind of lay the correct way. Just like that. Bring it around again. And once you get the hang of this, you can do these pretty quick. So go that way, bring it around, a little twist. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple more of these and then finish this up, and I'll show you how we finish this so that it doesn't come undone on you. So we'll do one more here, and then I will be back. So we're just going under, and then under and over, around, and I will be back. Alright, so check it out. This is the piece that you're going to pull to do the quick deploy, and this is the very end. What I need to show you here is that when you get close to doing your last wrap, and the reason that it's the end for me is because I just ran out of cord, but if you're doing this, you could probably wrap this around a couple more times before you need to run this through. But what you need to do is you want to create a loop, and this loop is going to go inside of this loop, just like this, and you want to pull it tight. And the reason you're pulling it tight is because you're going to draw this closed. You're going to draw this down, and then this is going to be able to be pulled out. This is what your stopper is. So unless you were to pull this out and then pull this, it would come apart that way. If you don't pull this out and then you try and pull this, just like in the beginning of the video when I pulled this, it's because I didn't release this portion. So we're going to draw this closed, and you can watch this section here as I pull. We're going to draw it down like that, nice and snug. You don't want to pull it too tight because you'll end up squeezing this a little bit, but it is tight enough to where I can, pull this a little. And some people, what they'll do is they'll tie a little knot in here, make it a little decorative. You could also fish this in here, which isn't too hard because these cords aren't very tight. But you could fish that down inside. Then you just have to remember that, oh, if I want to do the quick deploy, pull this out, pull that, and then I can pull on my string here. And this is another one where you could do a little knot here, just a little decorative knot. If you're going to do that, I would do that at the beginning before you start doing this, because you really don't have a whole lot of cord here to work with. You could do a simple overhand knot, which is, about the most basic knot that you can do. So it would be something like that. And that gives you a little something to hold on to when you pull. But there it is. And like I said, you could do this on pretty much any handle. It's just a matter of going until you want to stop. And there's no set length of cord that you need, because like I said, you just keep going, going, going. You get to the end, cut the cord, loop through a loop, draw it down, and then you're done. I mean, it's that simple. And it's a great way to store some paracord on stuff that you use. That way you have cord pretty much finger, I mean, literally in my hand I have cord that I can use, and it comes apart super, super fast. Don't have to worry about untangling it or anything like that. So I hope you find this useful. Definitely want to see some of your creative ways of using a quick deploy. So check out the Paracord On group. That's where you can post everything that you create. It's facebook.com/groups/Paracord On. That's where I'm at. And 45,000 other members are in there posting. So I would love to see somebody post a quick deploy in there. And also in the comments, let me know how you're using the quick deploy. And until next time, Paracord On. Do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button to your left. There's other great videos all the time, and there's a few to the right side of the screen, and you can also buy Paracord at our site with the link at the bottom left. Thank you again for watching.